The slightest moment involving Kim Taehyung and Jungkook always has a way of turning into something big in the eyes of people. And this time, without a grand stage or a major highlight, it was a simple moment that again became the subject of hot conversations that spread quickly across various online platforms. The camera captured something barely noticeable, but enough to make millions of fans pause, replay, and wonder, what is really going on there? It all started with a video that initially looked ordinary. In the recording, the BTS members are in a seemingly relaxed location, without the pressure of performance. There's no choreography, no clear script, only natural interaction between them. However, as has often been the case before, public attention slowly began to shift, no longer to the entire group, but to the two figures who always managed to steal the focus. Taehyung and Jungkook, that eye in the corner of the frame that is almost missed. Jungkook is seen talking to another member. His expression relaxed, occasionally laughing. However, in such a quick second, his eyes switched, not to the camera, not to the staff, but to Taehyung, who was not far from him. The look was brief, perhaps even less than a second, but precisely therein lies its strength. Taehyung, who at the time appeared to be doing something with his hands, perhaps playing with small property or simply taking his time, indirectly responded. Without actually turning his head completely, there was a subtle change in his expression. The corners of his lips were slightly raised, like someone sober was being watched. There is no dialogue, no physical interaction, but the atmosphere between them changed in an instant. The observant army certainly did not miss this detail. In a matter of hours, the video clip began to circulate widely, slowed down, enlarged, analyzed frame by frame. Many try to interpret the meaning behind the gaze. Is it just a habit? Or is there a non-verbal communication that only the two of them understand? What makes this moment even more interesting is the context. This isn't the first time Taehyung and Jungkook have been caught on camera in this kind of situation. Since the beginning of their career together in BTS, the two are known to have a unique dynamic. Sometimes playful, sometimes full of silence that actually feels deeper than words. And every time the camera accidentally captures a small interaction between them, the public's reaction is always the same: endless curiosity. Some fans even began to compare this moment with previous events. There are those who recall how Jungkook often unknowingly looked for Taehyung in the crowd. There are also those who highlight how Taehyung often shows different reactions when he is near Jungkook compared to other members. All of this forms a pattern, or at least something that looks like a pattern in the eyes of fans. But behind all the speculation, there is one thing that cannot be denied: the authenticity of the moment. There are no contrived settings, no scenarios designed to create a fan service. That's precisely why this moment feels so powerful. It's a tiny snippet of a real interaction, which they may not even be aware of themselves when it happens. Interestingly, some pop culture analysts also spoke out about this phenomenon. They see that the appeal of moments like these lies not just in who is involved, but in how the public constructs the narrative around it. In today's digital age, 1 second of video can evolve into thousands of interpretations, each with a different point of view. And Taehyung and Jungkook, with their natural chemistry, make the perfect canvas for that. On the other hand, there are also fans who try to look at it more modestly. For them, these are just two best friends who have spent many years together. A brief look, a small smile, or a spontaneous reaction is not something that should always be interpreted in depth. Sometimes, it's just a reflection of the closeness that has formed naturally over time. But that's exactly where the beauty is. This moment can mean a lot, or it may mean nothing at all. It all depends on who sees it. And perhaps Taehyung and Jungkook themselves never intended to send a message of any kind. They're just being themselves, while the world out there is trying to piece together small pieces into a big story. As time went on, this video continued to gain attention. The number of viewers is increasing, the comments are growing, and the discussion shows no signs of abating. Even some content creators are starting to create special compilations that combine this moment with similar interactions from the past. The result? An emotional journey that made many ARMY feel closer to their idols. In the end, maybe that's what makes a moment like this so precious. not because of what is visible to the naked eye, but because of what is felt by those who witness it. A brief glance can be a source of happiness, inspiration, even a long debate. And in the colorful world of fandom, little things like this often have a much bigger impact than imagined. Taehyung and Jungkook might just go about their day as usual. But without them knowing it, 1 second of their togetherness has created waves that have touched millions of hearts around the world. And as always, the ARMY will continue to watch, wait, and find meaning in every little detail they leave in front of the camera. This phenomenon then developed further than just viral pieces of video. Discussions in ARMY circles began to go to a deeper level, discussing not only what is seen, but also what is felt. Many have said that there is something hard to explain when looking at the interaction between Kim Taehyung and Jungkook, something that cannot be measured by logic, but feels real to those who have been following the journey of the two for a long time. Some fans even began to dissect body language in more detail. They noticed how Jungkook's shoulder position changed slightly upon noticing Taehyung's presence, or how Taehyung seemed calmer when within the same radius. Little things like this might seem trivial to outsiders, but for ARMY, every move has a story. Each reaction stores possible meanings. Interestingly, this moment also provoked a wave of nostalgia. Many have turned to old archives, videos of rehearsals behind the scenes, to old live broadcasts from BTS in search of similar patterns. And as expected, they found it. Brief glances, smiles that appear for no apparent reason, until the moment in which both seem to be in sync without the need to speak. All of this seems to reinforce the belief that what is seen now is not a mere coincidence. But in the midst of the euphoria, more reflective voices also appeared. Some fans recalled that the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook has gone through many phases, from a stressful trainee period, a challenging debut, to becoming a global icon. The closeness seen today could have been the result of that long journey. A bond formed from shared experiences, not something that needs to be constantly overanalyzed. On the other hand, some see this phenomenon as part of the dynamics of modern fandom. In an era where every second can be recorded and shared, the line between private moments and public consumption is becoming increasingly thin. What once might have been just an internal memory can now turn into a global topic in a matter of hours. And in the case of Taehyung and Jungkook, every little detail has the potential to become a headline. Even so, it cannot be denied that the main attraction still lies in authenticity. Nothing feels forced. There is no attempt to sell the interaction. That's why this moment feels so special. It comes naturally, without warning, and leaves a deep impression. Over time, new, bigger, clearer, or even more dramatic moments may emerge. And yet there is something about the simplicity of this moment that is difficult to forget. A reminder that in a world full of big productions and grandiose concepts, sometimes it's the smallest things that have the most impact. And for ARMY, that search for meaning may never truly end. Because as long as Kim Taehyung and Jungkook continue to be in the same frame, there will always be a new storyboard,